Jamie, welcome to Hibernian. Different circumstances or different environments from what you'll maybe be getting used to at the training centre. How has your first few days as a Hibs player been?
Yeah, really good. I wasn't surprised by the quality of the team. I already knew that, having played for Scotland under 19s with Dill as well, and the quality of the football has been fantastic. And I've been welcomed really well, and that's something that's important for me. And the boys have been fantastic, and it's nice to hear a bit of English speaking as well. And Neil's been good to me as well, and all the coaching staff have welcomed me, and just glad to be here.
You joined up with the squad on Sunday. Talk us through your first few days here.
Yeah, good. I mean, I had the medical on Sunday, and everything was good. And then Monday was, hit the ground running and had 2 sessions, and out with the boys and just working on different sort of things going forward. And the way that the manager wants to play is what suits me. And we've got some fantastic attacking players, and I'm glad that I can just join that and help them be successful.
You are one of the few players that have maybe got international caps for 2 different nations. Talk us about your past, both with Scotland under 19s and now with Australia.
Yeah, Scotland was actually my first international call-up. Played 2 games for them under Billy Stark, and really am proud of that when I look back. And an Aussie, come over to England, played in England, and then got called up for Scotland. It's something I'll always be proud of. My family's proud of that, my dad especially. And I was told to make a decision, and rightly or wrongly, I chose the country I was born in, and that was Australia. And since then I haven't looked back, and played I think 30 odd games for the under 20s, under 23s, been at an under 20 World Cup, which is something I'm quite proud of, and managed to get some full international caps for Australia, and just looking to kick on. But other than that, representing Scotland is something I'm proud of, and I'll never forget.
Obviously, getting into getting back into the run of games and whatnot will be a massive priority. But with the World Cup looming, that must be a massive incentive for you personally.
Yeah, it is. Just to get back being happy, also off the field, and I know me and my fiancée moving to Edinburgh will be a great step for us, and a great challenge in terms of playing with this talented squad. And I think that there's already goals in this team, and there's already some fantastic footballers. I think that if I can add to goals and being successful, then I'm just really looking forward to the challenge ahead. And I think that there's an important 6 months for myself, but also important 6 months for the boys here. And you can tell that they're all ready to start the second half of the season with fire.
You were born in Australia, but is Edinburgh almost a homecoming for you with your family history?
Absolutely. I would call Edinburgh my second home, because when I was at Blackburn, I used to come up every second week and catch up with my granddad. And I was in Edinburgh 3 weeks ago, and it just when you land and you sort of see the castle and see the city, you get your memories back. And it's a city that's close to home, with my father being born there, and the family heritage. And I think that it's going to be nice to be able to live in Edinburgh and show my fiancée my family sort of story. And it's just a beautiful city, and just really looking forward to living there.
In terms of yourself as a player, your playing style, or the qualities that you'll bring, how would you kind of surmise them?
Yeah, I would say I'm a bit of a hassle in terms of for defenders. I'm always in behind them. They don't know where I am, and I'm sort of a box player that people say I have the knack for being at the right place at the right time, and I'd like to think so too. And I know the gaffer has said to me that there's already quality going forward in this squad, and if I can bring something a little bit different, which is the runs in behind, and being in the box, and creating some chances and some goals, that we'll get some wins under our belt. And if I can add to goals for that, then the boys will reap the rewards.
You already had your kind of first taste of action, I guess, yesterday in a bounce game. Good to get some football under the legs.
Yeah, it is. It's always important. Match fitness. You can train as much as you want, and I was freshly off a 2-week break in Germany, so to get some extra minutes was good for me. Still got a little bit to go in terms of fitness, but that won't take long. I mean, the quality and the intensity of training is good, and being away with the boys, getting to know them, and knowing their styles and stuff like that, I think that will be good for me. And just can't wait to get back to Edinburgh and hit the ground running, and just look forward to being successful with these bunch of boys.
This trip must be a real positive in that sense, that you very rarely join a club and then have such an intense kind of spell with your new teammates. Do you think that'll help you settle into the squad?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was boys that when I was in England I used to watch. I mean, Stokesy when he was at Sunderland, and boys like Marv as well when he was at Burnley. And I think when you look at it, and you even Wits as well, and you kind of look at it and go, these are guys you used to watch, and now you're kind of playing with them. I seem to be going to places where you've watched players and you kind of learn off them, and especially with the manager as well, who's had a fantastic career. I think you learn off those things, and you come and try and add something to the squad. And I think the boys can see sort of my movement and stuff in behind, and I think they'll appreciate that, and try and bring other players into play. And I think I can add something to this squad.
Before long, we'll be back in Edinburgh and shaping up for your potential debut. I mean, they don't come much bigger than a Scottish Cup tie at Tynecastle. That must really whet the appetite. Yeah,
it does. I mean, I've heard so many about the Edinburgh derby, and I know it's such a big fixture for the city. And for me, it's one of those ones I'm just excited to be a part of. And once I get to Edinburgh and start training in there and settle myself, I'll put full focus into that. And mate, I'm just really looking forward to representing the Hibernian, and just can't wait to hit the ground running.